Great answer.
Regardless if they have $1 million or not. I want you to feel like it.
Okay, so talking about money, let's talk about money. How did you get the gig with Floyd Mayweather? I know how difficult it is.
Logan. Now he's fighting Deji. Is he broke? Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah. Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
You'll see reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight. Not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year.
A former employee of Floyd Mayweather Jr. has spoken out, claiming the boxing star may not be as wealthy as he appears, and could even be broke, but still keeps up a flashy image to the public. According to The Insider, he often shows off money whether he truly has it or not, and frequently talks about his wealth to maintain his reputation, even if his real financial situation suggests otherwise.
Specialize.
Great answer.
Regardless if they have $1 million or not. I want you to feel like it.
Okay, so talking about money, let's talk about money. How did you get the gig with Floyd Mayweather? I know how difficult it is for women to get jobs in male-dominated careers. I have a friend that is the only female licensed boxing promoter in the world, so I know some of the challenges you must have come across. So tell me how you got this gig.
Well, first of all, what a lot of people don't know, Floyd and I have been friends since 2001. And I used to work at a barbershop that he used to come to, and he already had a barber. So I think already, it was just something that was inevitable that was going to happen eventually anyway.
Logan Paul has raised a question that still confuses fans. Why would someone as rich as Floyd Mayweather Jr. keep stepping into the ring for unusual exhibition fights? It has led many to question his financial status, as these matches, often viewed as easy paydays, make it seem like he could be chasing quick money instead of protecting his legacy. The concern keeps growing because if his wealth is still secure, what's really driving him to take on these uneven, low-competition fights, which only add to the belief that he may be using them to cover financial gaps.
Logan. Now he's fighting Deji. Is he broke? Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah.
Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
Yes.
That makes sense.
No, he's not. Jeff shaking his
Yes, he is,
he's
Jeff.
Not.
Jeff, why is he doing these bullshit fights just to make money? Why don't you take a seat, manager Jeff, and tell us why Floyd Mayweather is taking random fights?
Let me ask you a question just to lead him in. if you have $100 million net worth and somebody offers you another 20, are you gonna say, nah, I got 100 already?
No.
Okay. So what's the fucking question? Homie's taking the bags, and the Deji bag is a big one, buddy.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I don't know. Is it?
Dubai, yeah.
You're
Probably another 20, 30, 40.
Yeah, why not
He
take that
pays Deji
bag, bro?
Zero.
I was gonna say Deji's cut of this fight my guess
Even
was
if he pays him $700,000.
my guess was
Even though Floyd Mayweather Jr. has confidently claimed in public that all his debts have been fully cleared and his finances are in order, reports from the Internal Revenue Service suggest a very different reality, with official records indicating that he still owes millions of dollars in unpaid taxes. This sharp contradiction between his statements and documented data points to a deeper financial problem rather than just a small or temporary issue, making it seem less like a minor delay and more like a serious ongoing liability. And it raises growing doubts that his strong and flashy public image could be acting as a cover to maintain the appearance of control and success, while his actual financial situation may not be as stable or secure as it seems.
Getting a letter from the IRS saying you owe millions in taxes. That is how Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by the IRS in 2022. Floyd had some issues with his taxes for the year 2017. The government checked his tax return and found a problem. So they informed him about it on February 2nd, 2022. He claimed a big expense of about $14 million that he says he paid for legal expenses. The government didn't agree with this expense and said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes on his tax return. That was how Floyd got KO'd into the hot water with the tax authorities. Comment on the word free below this video and I'll send you access to a free call where you can discuss your tax situation with the most experienced attorney and get the best possible recommendations in a few minutes. Make sure you're following so you can receive the link immediately after your comment.
From diamond-covered watches to a garage packed with exotic cars, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has built his image around showing off luxury. But this constant display of wealth raises a bigger question about what happens when the spotlight fades. He has created a story where success and self-worth are closely tied to visible riches, linking his identity to material things. And when the flow of money slows down, keeping up that image becomes difficult, which is why this heavy reliance on flashy spending continues to spark rumors about possible financial instability.
I don't understand why the need to package these things Africans, black people do, packaging. They appear to be, why do you want to appear to be rich instead of be rich? I'm not into this. I mean, you just propaganda. It's just said he bought 400 million flats in New York and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost, 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again. It's not physically possible. It's not an asset. He's gonna go bankrupt soon.
One of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s former exhibition opponents, Deji, shared an experience that hinted at emotional cracks behind the confident image, explaining how a simple comment from a fan seemed to irritate Floyd more than expected. Rather than brushing it off, he responded defensively, showing that public opinion still affects him. And his quick need to prove superiority in small situations suggests a deeper insecurity, making it seem that despite all his achievements, he still looks for validation, not just admiration.
I'm not asking how much, but did you get paid at least some of it up front?
Yes.
Okay. Because obviously Logan, when he fought, he keeps talking about how he still doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And now you have fought him.
Yeah.
You got some of it at least.
I mean, I just have better better manager, agent, all of that.
Although you may not have done it if Logan had just been paid, right? Like maybe you needed Logan to...
No, it's because it's like, remember when I fought Vinny Hackett?
No, yeah, true. No one at that event got paid.
Everyone apart from
you and Gibb, right?
Yeah, me and Gibb, we got paid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Shout out manager.
Yeah.
I don't know, can we say his name?
yeah, say him, yeah.
Shout out Lim.
Chiverano.
Man like
Chiverano. Oh, really?
Oh my god. He's so fake and he's insecure as hell. And the thing is, I don't even care about saying all this stuff. Yeah, you're not gonna fight me, are you, bitch?
Okay.
He's so insecure. So let me just tell you like some things that happened. Okay. So this was the Dubai podcast. For some reason, he's just making these noises, slah, 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 to his whole team, slah, slah, and just doing, just making some weird noises. It made no sense. And then one of my fans said, "Hey yo, Deji, I flew all the way from the UK for this." And then he you don't have to respond to that, but he responds being like, "It don't matter, man. You in Dubai now." Like why? Like
Tensions reportedly escalated when Logan Paul said he was considering legal action against Floyd Mayweather Jr. over unpaid earnings from their fight, turning what was promoted as a major event into a dispute marked by distrust. If Mayweather is truly financially stable, questions arise about why payments would be delayed or avoided, and the possibility of legal proceedings could bring more clarity to concerns about financial handling, potentially revealing a pattern where obligations are not fully met while new money-making ventures continue.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So other
Yeah,
than
see you in
that,
the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
oh my goodness.
In one of his more unusual moments, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was seen depositing a large amount of money at a bank using only cash bills, a scene that looked more like a show than a routine financial task. While it created a flashy image, it also came across as a way to turn a simple action into a performance, reinforcing how his public brand often focuses on spectacle, not practicality. And it raises the question of whether there is real depth behind this image, or if it is mainly a carefully built illusion meant to keep up appearances.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. I mean everybody. Had Girl Collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl. But whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl Collection. Yeah. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long been known for an aggressive, high-volume approach to earning money. But as more reports and stories circulate, some critics point to possible ethical concerns. Claims involving inflated earnings and disputes over unpaid payments have fueled debate over where smart business ends and misleading behavior might begin, and instead of focusing only on long-term, transparent ventures. Some of his methods are often described as relying heavily on hype and publicity to generate attention and income.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has had his name connected to controversial cryptocurrency promotions that reportedly left some investors with losses. Although he is widely seen as financially well off, he promoted certain coins that later failed, leading to criticism and allegations that he may have benefited from risky financial opportunities. And these endorsements were significant enough that large amounts of money flowed into the projects partly because of his public influence, raising concerns about whether he was willing to attach his image to high-risk ventures for quick profit without fully considering the impact on fans or followers.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. You send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
You'll see reports. You mentioned $100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a flight. Not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has often claimed he earned massive payouts from his fights. But some people inside the boxing world have quietly questioned how accurate those numbers really are. Figures like $100 million in a single night sound huge. yet without clear public breakdowns. They've led to doubt and speculation that the amounts may be exaggerated to reinforce his image of dominance. While he regularly presents himself as the greatest in boxing history and insists no one comes close, critics argue that this constant self-promotion can sometimes feel excessive, as if his achievements alone are not enough. And instead of letting his record speak for itself, he repeatedly highlights his success, which some interpret as confidence, while others see it as a possible sign of insecurity that can both impress and push people away.
Still waiting? Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records. So is Gervonta Davis?
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has faced legal disputes over the years, including claims from Miami-based jeweler who alleged that high-value jewelry was received without full payment. While he often showcases expensive jewelry and luxury items on social media, such cases have raised questions about payment practices and fueled public debate about whether his displayed wealth always matches behind-the-scenes transactions. In response to criticism, Mayweather has often dismissed negative commentary as jealousy, a stance that supporters see as confidence, but critics argue can deflect from addressing concerns directly, especially when the criticism is based on perceived inconsistencies between public image and reported disputes.
You always remember this. Jealousy, people jealous of you, comes with success. So anytime you're successful, people gonna be jealous of you. People not always gonna like you. It's the same thing like my job. I still go there and be at my best. If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion. You know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. Do what the fuck you want to do. The only thing we can do is take one day at a time. You know, that's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. I make mistakes. You know, I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. That's a part of growing.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has made bold claims about earning huge amounts in a single night, including figures in the hundreds of millions. But some people question these statements because detailed financial proof is rarely shared. Even if the numbers are accurate, critics say they contribute more to building a larger-than-life image than offering clear transparency, which strengthens his legend but also invites doubt and criticism. His move from the pretty boy image to Money Mayweather was a deliberate rebranding that matched his confident personality and sharp promotional style, helping him grow his brand and earnings, but it also created pressure to constantly appear extremely wealthy, since the new identity depends heavily on publicly displaying success and living up to the image he has created.
You got it? So they devised a plan. Go from pretty boy to Money. See, pretty boy loved to throw hands, but Money was a defensive specialist. In fact, he's easily considered as the greatest defensive boxer of all time. But that wasn't the only reason he changed his name. Look at that man's face. See, Mayweather was known to talk smack and aggravate people, but this made things even worse because now he's blocking and running away. So people was like, you doing all this talking, but you running. But as he's moving away, he's throwing in some hits here and there. And before you know it, when the fight's over, he lands so many more hits that he always wins. So people would always say, Mayweather, you boring. You not throwing hands for real. But his reply was always, nah, do something about it. So people lost it. They started paying to see him lose. But this strategy was none other than Muhammad Ali. He would talk so much trash that people would pay to see him lose. And they would get disappointed every time. So they would come back next time and spend some more money. But the only person winning is Muhammad Ali. So this turns Mayweather into one of the richest athletes of all time. Why? Because of his brittle hand.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has faced ongoing speculation about his finances, with some critics pointing to allegations involving unpaid debts, questionable business partnerships, and luxury lifestyle displays that may not always reflect the full picture. One example mentioned in public discussions includes a collaboration involving rapper Tyga and reports of luxury purchases allegedly left unpaid, which some view as part of a broader pattern rather than isolated incidents. These claims have fueled debate about whether his financial image is as stable as it appears, with critics suggesting that repeated controversies and high-profile spending could indicate pressure behind the scenes, while supporters argue it is simply the cost of maintaining a large-scale public brand built on wealth and attention.
This is how Floyd Mayweather and Tyga might get away without paying $4 million in jewelry. So a lot of wealthy people buy assets or luxury items under business entities. This allows them to pay less tax while also having protection against lawsuits personally. In this case, Tyga and Floyd used a watch broker and some upfront cash to make the deal go through. But as the days passed, no payment was made on the balance that was due, and even their agent admitted they owed $4 million. So what these two did is they signed and paid dues in a business, and then before paying the full amount, gifted it to themselves on behalf of the business that bought it. Therefore, the broker can't go after Floyd or Tyga because they didn't buy it from them personally. A business that they may control bought it and then gifted it to them, but in this sense is completely separate. But what they did is how the rich get richer. Us in our daily lives have no protection from lawsuits, but as soon as you use a business, the laws completely change. So I'm not saying you should do this or that they'll even get away with this, but it's definitely an interesting way to get expensive jewelry cheaper.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and until next time.